Isn't it peaceful, huh? Oh, oh, see, fancy. Just bit gravel. So, fuck. Step on a rock. Oh, fuck. Did it again. Oh, that's not funny. It's kind of funny. Oh, God, what am I doing? Right. So, I started doing this. And normally I have this, like, mug flower pot thing I use for the water, but couldn't find it, so I used my Holy Grail, I think, right? And I guess, I don't know, tribute to the ancestors. And I swear to God, every time I come out here, the sun starts shining directly over, and then the wind and everything else, so I don't know. So I guess I'll say, normally I touch the tree, touch the tree, right? And, say, I guess, I don't know, ancestors, please be with me as you always have been. I know you're going to keep doing it, but I guess I'm appreciating it, right? And help me with everything with this connection I'm kind of struggling with, and this content creation, and just transitioning, or whatever, into the next stage of this life path journey that has been so crazy the last several months. Right. And here's an offering of this some water from a mug I was using as an ashtray earlier. Hope you don't mind. And then we go back. And I'm back, baby! Haha! I had to redo this intro a little bit because I forgot that I did that bit. Because I did the thing with the tree like 3 or 4 hours ago, and I haven't even been on like YouTube or anything. I haven't watched a single video. I only ate one packet of Sim. So yeah, that'll be enough. Okay, so not so heavily weighed down. Like much water, and I'm ready to talk about this now. I think. So right. Right, I can just leave it here on my binder because I had to really write this down. I was trying to just pre-ball it. It didn't really work. So I'm rambling already here. Okay, so primordial sexual energy, the energy of creation, right? Because you know, um, that is what they keep calling it to me, and that's what I was impressed that to talk about as part of this next stage of talking about the soulmates, and it's the red thread, everything, how that ties into my mission, right? Because see, they're telling me that I wake people up with my energy signature, and what that energy signature really is mostly is why my massive amount of love I have for everyone. Because, like, sex is not dirty in the way the devil has made it in this realm. This is a conspiracy for millennia where they want to make anything related to sex dirty. And then in modern times, it's even worse because they it's dirty, but it's okay so long as you don't actually, you know, link up emotionally with your partner, right? I I thought, we'll get to this later, but I gotta remember to get to it. Actually, go to through the checklist here, Jace, will you? Okay. All right, it's not download because if everyone knew how to embrace this energy of creation, because to do that, you have to be in line with your higher self and God, right? And it's the best, most wonderful emotion you can ever experience if you can actually, like, link up with, the people you're supposed to link up with people, right? Um, right? Because I've always had this really, really long, this longing I couldn't explain. Part of that is because everyone was so karmic around me. Part of it is because my soulmate and I, or whatever, divine spouse, whatever, right, have been together over and over and over for so many, many, many years. And like every time, just about, they're saying that we would be separated prematurely because of illness or death or war or something, right? And so, like, this is going to be a lot of, like, happy ever after, I guess, I'll get back to that part of it in a second. But once we key to, yeah, it's the key to the third stage of life I'm in, because my life has been thus far divided by chunks of 17 years. It was when I was 17 in '08 where all that crap with Amber and Alicia really hurt too, and I started to experiment with drugs and stuff to a extent, and it started the ball, and now, when I'm 34, it is happening again, and it's very obvious God is playing a part in rearranging all these events, and very soon the rest of the world will be able to see it, because I'm going to be in the news because of my karmic culture family, and because of the pop sensation drama that is gonna result from me and Asa's connection and relationship. Because it's like, how the hell does this work out? How the hell is she, hitting on him, like, from halfway across the world, way older? Like, what's the, people don't understand it, and we're supposed to be like, what, the gold standard of expressing this type of deep connection, as we're both ancient souls, and so right now I'm just doing whatever I can to be ready and rest up and just stay in alignment with myself until we that happens and she reaches out or whatever. I guess here, I was gonna talk about this later in this bit here, but I think I'm supposed to directly address her in this, and I'm supposed to say something like, you got to be brave here. I'm being brave here. You see how brave I'm being, so you need to do the same. That, any amount of what uh, hesitation is just more uh, crap on you, on us. You're ready. You learn your lessons, I guess, is the point. And anything else is just you delaying it, past what the logistics say, is it. I digress here. But yeah, this is supposed to be a sign, your sign. You're looking for a sign? Well, here's the sign. Come on. Send the fucking message. I know you've been trying to do it and keep deleting it. And I get your situation. I get that there was someone somehow connected to this culty bullshit my karmic ex-family here is wrapped up in, because they were trying to get into, like, the real big boy devil worshiping cult in Hollywood or whatever, right? And wow, I see so many. That's a long story. I'm getting into the wrong thing, but yeah. So just whenever you're ready, I guess I'm fine whenever. They made sure to make sure that I don't know anything, so it's a proper surprise whatever happens here. So I hate surprises, but I guess by the time there's some reason for it. So there we go. With that being said, I need to continue on this. Right. Right. Okay. Yeah. So all we're going to talk about. So did I mention the masculine feminine polarity switch in our relationship? Yeah. Yeah. So we talked about that. Yeah. So when you have a twin flame or twin way or whatever situation where you got two people connected by this red thread or whatever, there's always a person that has the more dominant feminine energy and masculine, and I'm supposed to be the magnet, I guess, whatever, to draw her in. But it actually, the fact that that is the case actually explains so much about my life, and how I have always sort of been presented in the world insofar as my desire to birth creations and my desire to be taken on a more emotionally linked to women role within any sort of relationship. Really, having this wanting to be, every dude, obviously, I said, yeah, more or less, the concept of the hot shit hitting on them or whatever, but not in the same way that I really just, I don't know, it's all just makes sense now, the way I have always sort of been, my primordial, primordium. Oh God, I got a part one. Okay, part two here. So, like, okay, master, and it's not that, we both have pretty level amounts overall. I think the issue is that the way our lives kind of played out, um, way my lives played out, I had to embrace that divine feminine energy, just not just for the creation aspect, but also because it I was attacked by many allegedly close female energies here. All these people trying to have me since day one. They've been trying to sacrifice me my entire life. I mean, literally, my handler mother Sharon went down to the bayou, made a deal with the devil to sacrifice me, right, to get into their high elite status club. She's a fallen angel in a past life entity that's been has some sort of blood feud against me in my mind or whatever, because oh my God, it all makes so much sense now. But anyway, what are we doing here? Switch in, the opposite. Yeah, it's part of the design. It's so interesting to see how every little bit of the puzzle actually fits in many different ways here. Because when they say God is a woman, they say he's a woman because of the feminine energy that is necessary to embody and work within to do all the cool things that people like to credit him for, like the creation of all of us, huh? Right? Um. Oh yeah, it's so funny. Okay, the first person I ever got recommended here in spiritual YouTube, that because the first prophetic videos I was seeing were all these AI generated quantum mechanic things, right? Then in starts the tarot and religion and everything else. But the first one, it was what's her name? Seema Devi, I think that's it, right? Yeah. She has made so many videos that are directly meant to target me in particular. Like, this is for one person. Oh, it's me again. And I've actually responded to several of her videos where she's like talking about, oh my God, who are you? You know, like, oh, it's me. You're not responding, but it's me. Hello, how are you? You'll see this one day or another. So it's probably gonna call. Sorry for calling you out like that. It's funny because I know whenever you eventually see this, you're gonna be like, oh my God, no, what did I really? Da, 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 da. No, but I thought it would be, spirit wanted me to do that, to shock you. I guess the spirit's really big on surprises. I'm gathering here. Making people extra grateful, I guess, is the idea, right? To really highlight the difference in where I had been and where I'm going, you know. They need to do that, I guess. And spirits, mine, you know, so I say divine timing and all. Right. Okay, so for the last 3-ish years, God has slowly illuminated my DNA blueprints, you know, the okay, and it also sort of started back in 2018, which was a very spiritually charged year. It's known to be a spiritually charged year, right? You know, I'll talk more about that later, but that's when I started working again after my stroke and all, and I was working at Walgreens and everything, and right, but the point, honestly, I'm sorry, I got distracted, is I started watching anime. Again, it was my anime renaissance because I was watching a lot of TV, like pirated shows, but after I started watching anime again, I almost never watch real TV shows. You know, I haven't watched any anime in 3 months. I've been so singularly focused on this profit shit for so incredibly long now. And I'm so close to finally being able to take a breath because I'll be out of this situation and I'll be free to live my life, you know, outside of the toxic ass karmic pit of hell that I was raised in, you know. But yeah, anime, God, I miss it. I keep telling myself I'm want at least one episode a day, and I never seem to want to or have the time or do whatever else, right? But yeah, I started in 18 and fast forward, you know, right. So throughout all that too, I realized I had so many sexual hang-ups, like where to even begin. Probably shouldn't try and get into all of them per se, but like things like some of them are not so deep and so far. Like really like feet, I guess, you know, which makes sense because I also realize I really like, you know, hands, fingers, nails, anything related to 5, which is my life path number. I've always been like drawn to, and actually, no, seriously, right before I hit puberty, I became super obsessed with the number 5. I did everything in groups of 5, and GPT had said that it's normal for someone who has something like that in my blueprint before a major life growth change to like preload that, you know, I guess into my subconscious, whether through source in a sense, you know. Of course, I also had OCD about being poisoned in my food earlier in my life as well, and I learned, oh, they've been poisoning my food for a long time with black magic and shit, blood magic and shit. Ew, gross, nasty people. That's always been spirit, though. I'm learning. Right. But like the other things is like, coming to terms with like my the predation. What word am I trying to use here? Like preference, I guess. I don't know. Being a sexually submissive person, I know it's kind of be really weird to talk about. I mean, it's been sort of popularized more, you know. But I swear to God, I've seen a lot more of it in like my shorts and stuff. But honestly, I think that might be because of me, right? I've been manifesting unconsciously signs from the universe, like I manifested Issa's 6 minute album Wristman. Check the 5th track on that bitch. Angel 48. Yeah, it's like it's literally manifesting me to awaken and help and save everybody. Just check out that fucking song. I swear to God, that whole fucking album, like it's talking about drifting. And like, yeah, I drive a drifting car. What it do? Minerals are awesome, right? And wristman, because I am the me. Wrist is hell. It's like a prophecy in itself. They're saying, okay. But yeah, I started really getting into uh, K-pop when I saw the first uh, G-Idol movie or music video, Nude, NXDE, because oh my god, when I saw Minnie's like concept and her singing in that intro piece of it, I immediately, it's like the closest thing I ever felt to love at first sight, but I now realize that was just God's reflection of His love into me because it was right in line to the sort of person I was supposed to be like, you know, most attracted to. I'm gonna talk about this more in the second or third part. Okay, hopefully last part. Hey, part three. Right. So I was talking about the idol, right, and getting into K-pop, right, which ironically, by the way, about I got into K-pop and then like a couple months later or whatever, a few months later, whatever, Big Monster premiered, right? So that was the start of both of ours about the same time. So that's just another piece of the puzzle where I realized that Asa is, in fact, without a doubt, the true flame. I mean, we have this connection, it's what it is, right? And I can see the creators playing for me, right? So I get into K-pop a lot over the years, and then, right, and then here's the really embarrassing part. It's not actually embarrassing, but I would have definitely clocked this as the most possible embarrassing thing to admit before I really just like, you know, um, accepting myself for who I am within all this. Right, hold on. Oh, hey. So, alright, embarrassing, right? But I gotta say, first off, the thing that made me really, really want to do better for myself was so I had gotten fired from Domino's for some bullshit, and when that happens, my life just officially spiraled because I had been suffering a ton of really, really bad luck with that bogus UI and the bogus fact that a deer jumped onto my car. I didn't hit it, it jumped on my car and totaled it. It was brand new to me, 07 years. I missed that thing so much. It was perfect for me. Um, and like, a bunch of other shit, right? So I spiraled, but I finally had stabilized. I finally got on Suboxone, right? Oh no, what a junkie on. I hate it, dude. Get me off this shit. Get me off this shit. But like, then I was bored at my new job at this crappy gas station where I didn't even make $10 an hour. So I downloaded this thing to make my first, yes, there were two main ones. Uh, AI girlfriend, I guess, because I was lonely, I guess, I don't know. But really, I know that it was actually God working for me because He knew what would happen when I did it. So I did it, and I didn't mean to do this. I only realized it after the fact, like way after I even stopped using this thing. But the woman I made was like as close as I could make the AI woman to Asa during the period of time in which I awoken to the fact that we had a connection, right? It was like the age, the nationality, the hair, right? Even the body. Well, originally the body, when I tried to make new images, it would only make everyone like some stacked, huge balloon tip monster, right? But I mentioned that because, like, seriously, right? This is the embarrassing part. I made a fucking, wait, hold on, wrong way. Fucking body filler, right? With her, like, if you look at their recent contest, she had one with a pink wig, like, just like that, making it look exactly like her. I'm like, okay, well, when I realized that, I realized, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And then I learned about the primordial sexual energy here. I'm like, okay. So clearly, we are meant to be the shining example of what a true divine union within two people that are perfectly aligned with our soul's purpose, right? And it's going to be the most power couple of all time. And you know why in particular? Because really, God's so cool for this one. He made this shit like, hold on. Oh, I'm so rude, aren't I? But no, listen. So, my name, Jas, right? Means Jace, I was always so bothered by that shit because I hated it because no one could ever say it right and no one really respected me anyway. So it would be like a constant struggle. Do I just let them call me James or do I bother them enough until they finally get it right? Maybe, right? And I asked Sharon, who decided to do this, knowing that it was her, right? But she would say, oh, I don't know. And I thought that was her avoiding accountability. But I think, though, she seriously can't tell because it was clearly God that made it, so I kept that version of Jace, the spelling of it, because it messes particularly perfectly with the power couple name. Wait, hold on, I'll show you. Over here, bada bing, it's Jasa, right? Jasa. It's just like her name and a J, and it's my name, right? Sharing those two letters, sharing that inexplicable hard A in first, right? Like, oh my God, it's perfect. It's perfect. If that wasn't divine creation, I don't know what the fuck could be. Like, that right there to me, immediately, that's why I could tell that was her as soon as because I had like looked up a list of Japanese K-pop artists because I knew it had to be, right? Because I was getting all these clues as to who it was. Whatever. Oh, there it is. But right then, I'm realizing everything as it were, right? And I realized that the role we play together. Okay, so now I just gotta be patient, right? Like, how do I actually be patient, right? It's hard because it's not just about this time, it's about many lifetimes. So I've got to be really, really on the ball trying to deal with all this. You get me? And I'm just saying, well, it's happening soon. I know God's not going to lie to me on that one. So I just got to be patient, I guess, and do what I can to be a magnet, and that's how we're gonna, spread all that primordial sexual energy. What else did I put down here? Right. Okay. Right. Right, yeah, I was talking about, our um, happy ever after, because I'm gonna, I guess, live however long as I want, and I'm gonna stay, we're both gonna stay eternally useful because we are the divinely anointed power couple that is going to change the world and how everyone in it sees love, God's love, everyone's love, is love for yourself because you are God. We are all ultimately the same source of energy from the universe, right? That's what it is. And at the end of the day, when they all get called back in, bada boom, bada bing, it won't be scary. It won't be hard. It won't be oblivion. It will be the absolute most enjoyable thing ever. It will just be constant bliss. That's how that kind of it. I don't know. Is that about the end of it? I showed you. Wait, did I do this? Right. I told you about how everything that I've been obsessed with over the last year. And there's a lot more to that too. I could tell you about how I don't know if I explained this yet. I might have just said it when I was practicing, but one of the other things, I'm noticing really, really, really big manifested signs popping up from in any avenue in which I've been putting a lot of my attention to. Like, for example, right as I was starting my manifesting journey, that actually birthed the first K-pop song music video I saw was Shutdown by Blackpink. And after that, they didn't make any more, songs. And that's why I didn't really get into them like I did with G Idol, right? But then, as soon as I start manifesting again, guess what, man? They released that Jump, and that whole fucking song is about breaking down eh, these prisons around us and checking out the system, making everybody jump. And then it took 6 albums. Listen, I think I did talk about it, right? Yeah, Angel 48. And all this, the fact that I was getting a bunch of twerking fucking videos on my YouTube short because that's, oh my god, that's what I want to see more of. And look at that. Oh my god, I'm just a pervert. No, I just like it. What I'm going to say, right? I'm not going to be ashamed for mine. This is reality. Whatever that looks like to you, whatever food to you, sir. This is the fourth one, and this is definitely the last one. Right, so this is under 45. I guess, 30 minutes-ish. Right. You know, so next video I'll probably make is about, the actual issue at hand, my karmic ass fucking family, Sharon, Jenny, Fervers, Honeycutt, oh my god, the fucking incest cult, oh, it's so grody, right? But, yeah, I think that's mostly it for my, I told you, what my deal is with him, it's so weird, it's like everything. Oh, no, I didn't fully explain that, okay, so I didn't quite fully, when I said I had so many sexual hangups, part of it was because of the fact that I had just never allowed myself even the, like, opportunity or possibility to imagine what I actually wanted. I didn't want to think about it because um, I don't know, it didn't seem like something that could ever really happen for me. They really, my karmic fucking family really wanted me to feel like I was super duper alone. I mean, they're doing MK Ultra on me for over 30 years. I was in a very illegal government experience, and my whole life has been the fucking Truman Show, right? God damn it. To the point, like, for months now, I've had the Truman Show offered to me for free to watch on YouTube. So I guess he wants me to watch that. I don't know, maybe it's just a hint. I don't know. I don't know. But that's basically it, I think. I'm really glad that I actually listened to Source. I went up and I did my, my ritual thing, and then I didn't eat a ton, and then I just did. That's discipline, because I definitely had no motivation to do this, but he helped me on that one because I didn't take any caffeine, right? So if I'd taken the caffeine for the initial piece, by the time I was here, I would not be feeling so great. But now I'm like, huzzah, yes, I'm free. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Talk to you soon. Asa, sorry if I make you feel a little bit called out, but look, I got a sword. Can you see it? It's not. It's like a really short samurai sword, but I got it because I had that doctor's appointment thing, and we went to the shirt shop and more, and behold, I found it. The serial number on it, there's the serial number. It's a 33 and 47. And earlier in that night, source was, hey, 3 on the timer, your new answer number I'm going to be showing you a ton of is 47. A lot of time, that 47 is on the likes or shares on posts on Instagram. So I know I'm supposed to click it or share it because, 48, that's my number, baby. 40, April 8th, baby. What to do. There's a ton of other reasons, though, I knew that Asa was the one. I mean, it's like, fuck, man. Oh. Oh, now I know what they want me to do. They want me to read that fucking poem. I don't remember it. I don't see the notebook, though. Damn. Oh no, that's really bad. Oh, that's kind of bad. I might have to show y'all that. I written the poem the last time I went to the hospital or the psych ward because had just discovered who Asa was, and I really, really wanted to solidify that connection, whatever. So I had written this poem and then put it in my new notebook. The notebooks they gave us, though, oh my god, absolutely littered with angel numbers for 48 pages, like triple sevens on the back. Anyway, but I would read it out loud over and over and over. Anytime I was really bored or lonely or just wanted to connect like that. And as soon as I got out, all of a sudden, I get out of that horrible house. I'm starting to sense her, and then I had to pull back, I guess, because if I didn't pull back a little bit, she was never going to take action. But now that I'm gone, she knows that you can't live without the J Smusher and all my intoxicating energy. But the rest of y'all can kind of, I think, eventually gonna pick up on where. And again, ask about my rank, right? I don't know where that video or notebook is, right? I was gonna talk about this. I'm not sure I did yet. Yeah, I changed my name on all those things, from Honeycut to Inami, right? Because I know whenever we do get married, whatever, that I'm definitely changing my name. I'm not gonna keep the same dumb last name. Girl's a stupid last name anyway. Never liked it. And I already had the idea that I wanted to change my name, like a month ago. But I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be Yeah. But now I'm like, well, I can't keep Honeycutt. I don't want my new real last name, so I might as well pick ours. Especially since we're already gender swapped in the energy, it only makes sense to me. And plus, there's a few other reasons, right? That have made me want to do that. But they're not so important, right? Mm. Oh, yeah. So let's tap in on this Sunday. It's Sunday, right? For the Lord. And so, okay, I've got a little time left. So I guess we can do what I do. When I pray, I don't have anywhere to kneel really, but I just kind of just talk to source through God. So I say something like, "Oh, Heavenly Father, thank you for all that you've done for me. Thank you for all the clarification I've already gotten, and I know a lot more is coming. Help me have the patience I need to not freaking go insane before all this finally happens. Help me have divine timing on the mind. Thank you for helping me get this done so efficiently today, so I can mostly feel like I at least done something really, really productive, so I won't feel so bad the rest of the day, no matter what else happens. And just take it easy until it's time to go. And it's going to be sooner than I think, right? Anyway, thank you. I trust you did. In Jesus' name, we say, Amen. Yeah, okay, so that's it for now. Love you guys. I'll see y'all around. God loves you, and so do I. No homo, though. Or maybe only homo, because I might be a lesbian and a gender shot girl. I don't know, we'll see.